Hi everyone, welcome to Tech India. This video illustrates the demo and working of a rotary evaporator. First, connect the motor assembly with the shaft of the assembly unit and incline the motor assembly in such a way that the narrow end faces downwards and the broader end faces upwards. Now tighten the motor assembly's bolt with the help of fastener provided. Now place the water bath unit above the main assembly and make connections for water bath and the motor assembly. Now unscrew the screw cap from the motor assembly and insert the narrow end of the glass tube inside the motor assembly as shown, and tighten the screw cap again. Now connect this boiling flask or the rotary flask or the sample flask to this glass part with the help of joint clip provided as shown. Please be careful while assembling the whole unit, as we have to watch carefully that the glass part doesn't coincide with the main assembly unit. If it coincides, we have the option of changing the angle of the motor unit. Now attach the joint clip between the rotary joint and the boiling flask. Now time for condenser unit. Take the rubber part provided with the condenser unit and insert it inside the motor assembly. Now attach the condenser unit with the motor assembly with the screw cap. Now attach receiving flask to the condenser using the joint clip. Once done, fill the water bath with water. Now comes the vacuum pump part. The equipment is supplied with the vacuum pump and the vacuum pipe to be connected to the spiral condenser. The glass condenser here has three parts: water inlet, water outlet, and the other one being used for the vacuum pump. The 2 points, water inlet and water outlet, are to be connected to the chiller in case someone wants to use it, whereas the other part is connected to the vacuum pump. The equipment is also provided with silicone grease to be used at the joints so as to smoothly make connections like this. Please be careful while attaching the vacuum pump pipe to the condenser. The other part is connected to the vacuum pump nozzle. The equipment is supplied with a Teflon pipe which is supposed to be connected to the stopper of the coil condenser in such a way that it goes all the way from the coil condenser into the boiling flask. As you can see now, this pipe has now reached the boiling flask. Now let's have a look at the machine's operation. First, turns the main button on. The machine will now turn on. Now let's have a look at setting the water bath temperature. The equipment is provided with digital temperature controller to control the water bath temperature. It is provided with set button and up and down buttons so as to set the temperature. The equipment shows SV and PV, where SV is the set variable or the target temperature of the water bath, and PV is the process variable or the temperature inside the water bath. To set the temperature, press the set button and then press up or down keys so as to reach the variable. Once the temperature is set, press set button again, then the temperature will be set. Suppose here the temperature is set to 40. Here the 20 is the PV or the process variable or the temperature of the water bath. 40 is the target temperature now. The front panel also has a lift option so as to move the boiling flask up or down. Press and hold this button up or down so as to lift it upward or downwards. As you can observe, the boiling flask is moving downwards. Please be careful while moving it downwards so that the boiling flask or the receiving flask doesn't coincide with the assembly unit. Now let's see rotary vacuum evaporators working. The rotary vacuum evaporator is fitted with LCD panel and with buttons set up, down, start and pause. To start the rotary vacuum evaporator, press start button. The rotary flask will start revolving as you can see in the video. Similarly, to stop the rotary vacuum evaporator, press stop button. The machine is capable of running up to 300 rpm. Thereby, we can increase or reduce the speed of the machine. To set the RPM, first press stop button and then press set button. Now use up and down keys to reach the menu option RPM. Now press set button again. Now use up and down keys so as to reach the desired value of RPM. Once the value is reached, press set button and then press stop button. Press start button again so as to start the machine.